Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome to my channel. I have an everyday table or mantle decor piece for you today. The tools that you're going to be needing are your glue gun and glue sticks, some Gorilla wood glue, some rubbing alcohol, some cotton balls or paper towels, a couple of paint brushes, a good pair of scissors and a utility knife, a ruler, some sandpaper, and a pencil. The materials that you're going to need, and you're going to need 3 of these little glass jars. I made clam chowder the other day, and so I saved these. I thought these little jars were cute. And at Walmart, I picked up this package of wood slats. You get 6 pieces, and this is about 7 inches by 3 inches. And this was $2.97. And then a package of Walmart's giant craft sticks. And you get 45 pieces in this. And this is $3.88. And then we're going to need some natural jute cord. Then we're going to need some paint. I have some Apple Barrel white paint. This is their matte. And I also have Apple Barrel burnt umber. And this is matte. A 2 fluid ounce bottle is only 50 cents. And I have a package of these really cute little wooden buttons. They look like little flowers. And you get 8 pieces in it. And this also came from Walmart for $2.24. Okay, let's get cleaned up and we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and prep our bottles to be painted. So you just want to take some rubbing alcohol and either cotton balls or a piece of paper towel, whatever you have, and just go over the bottle and rub it down. This will remove any kind of oils from your hand or anything like that, any residues that are left over, so that the paint will adhere well. So just go through and do all of the outside of the bottle, including the bottom, and then set those aside so that they can dry. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to prep our pieces of wood to make our little crepe. You're going to need 2 pieces of the slats, and you're going to need 4 of the giant craft sticks. You're going to want to take one of the slats, and you're going to want to go ahead and measure and find the middle. 3.5 inches. Go ahead and mark that. I'm going to do it on both sides. And then you want to bring that mark all the way around on both sides. Okay, so it goes all the way around. Then you're going to want to use your ruler and your utility knife, and you're going to score this. Just line up both sides. You don't have to press really hard. You just have to go over it several times. And just drag your utility knife back and forth several times. If it gets stuck, that's okay. Just pick it up. And then you want to bring that all the way around. Make sure you do the sides. Line up on the other side and score. Okay, so you want to keep working on it all the way around so you get a good score all the way around. By scoring it well all the way around, it'll make it very easy just to snap the 2 pieces. And that's what you want. And go ahead and just kind of play with it a little bit. You can tell If it needs a little bit more scoring, it should snap relatively easy. There you go. And you just want to take a piece of sandpaper and go ahead and sandpaper that area till you get it nice and smooth. Okay, so the one slat is going to be the bottom, and these are going to be the two ends. And then these are going to be the sides. Just go ahead and measure how long you need. Make sure to include the end pieces. 7.5. Then you want to cut your sticks at 7.5 inches. Just take one end and go ahead and just cut it off. A good pair of scissors will do it. Go ahead and measure. Mark it at 7.5 and cut the other end. Okay, you need 4 pieces. Okay, now that we have all our pieces, we're going to go ahead and assemble the crepe. And I'm going to be gluing it together with a mixture of the Gorilla Wood glue and hot glue, just so I get an instant hold and a long hold. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Gorilla Glue on first. I'm going to put a little bit right on the very base down here. Right on the end. Follow that up with just a little bit of the hot glue. I'm going to butt my ends up. About for a minute till it sets. A little tool, clean up any excess. I really like this tool. You get it from the Dollar Tree in the kitchen section. It's made by Betty Crocker. It's their scraper spatula, and it works very well when you're gluing hot glue. The glue does not stick to it. If some gets on there and it dries, it just wipes right off. Okay, so we have the one side on there. Let's go ahead and attach the other. Just give it a second to hold. Now, if you like crafts, hauls, and DIYs, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content several times a week. Okay, bring that up. Detach. Okay, so we have both ends glued on. Now we're going to attach the craft sticks. And we're going to do 2 per side. So the first one's going to be right at the top. We're going to do the same thing, add a little bit of the Elmer's wood glue. And a little hot glue. You get a lot of glue coming out, just go ahead and clean it up. Okay, and then we're going to put the second one kind of right in the middle of the open space, so there's a little bit of opening above it and below it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this to the other side, and then I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and we'll move on. Okay, the crepe came along nicely. It is put together, looks great. I'm just going to set that aside. We're going to let that dry. And we're going to work on our little bottles. We're going to go ahead and put a coat of white paint on this. Now you don't have to do the rim up here. We're going to cover that with twine, so you can hold it from that end. You don't have to do the very bottom either unless you want to. And then go ahead and put a good coat of white paint all the way over and cover the bottle. I just want to go through and get a good coat on there first. Get that covered. Once I have paint all over, then I can go back. I want to add texture. Go ahead and just dab. That way you get a little bit of texture and you don't see any of the paint streak. Okay, so you want to go over it, get your first coat down there real quick, and then go back and then just pat over it with your sponge paintbrush. And this will give it a nice little bit of texture. And you'll get good coverage with the paint. And if you need to, you can always go back over. If once it dries, you can see through it. Okay, once you get a good coat, set it aside, let that fully dry, and then do it your second coat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint those. Okay, so I have a good coat of white paint on my bottles. I'm letting those dry. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint my crepe. And I'm using the Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. Now I really like this color because it's such a dark, rich brown. And it works really well in making a stain. And I like to do that when I'm working on wood pieces because I like to still see the grain in the wood. So just put a small amount of paint and then you're going to just go ahead and add some water and water it down. And then you just need to mix it until it is all the same consistency. You don't want to have any big clumps or anything of the paint. This also makes it much easier to paint. The paint will go on very easily and very quickly. Okay, so it's pretty watery. And then just go ahead and paint your crate. I'm going to do the outside and the inside. Go ahead and get a good coat down. Those little pitches. Now you can use whatever color tone you want. If you want the crate to be white, you can do that. You can leave it the color it is. You can just go over it with some antiquing and distressing. You can use a lighter shade of brown. You can do black, whatever color will suit your home decor. And then just take a paper towel and wipe off any excess. And that's when you're going to see that wood grain come through. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to the outside and the inside. And it's up to you if you want to do the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and do the crate and then set that aside so it can dry. Okay, our bottles are all nice and dry. They look good. I basically did one coat on it. I went over it straight and then I patted all the way around it. I really like the texture. So I'm going to just stick with the one coat. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my jute cord and I'm going to go ahead and wrap the top here. Just going to start by adding a little dab of glue to help hold the twine, the jute cord, whatever you have. And then just go ahead and wrap it around. Just make sure you get that end down. And it's okay if you overlap, you just want to fill in the twist top area. And every once in a while, add a little bit more hot glue. Just a little drop to keep it secure while you're working on it. And I just slowly work my way up. The little grooves kind of help you. Just go ahead and fill that in. Back it down every once in a while. As you get up to the top, you'll need to tack it down a little bit more so it doesn't slide in on you. And once you get it covered nicely, you want to end it with a little tab of glue. Okay, so you get a nice coverage. And we're going to make a little jute bow. And I just wrap it around my 3 fingers. That's about the size I like. And I go around about 10 times. And snip, cut an extra little piece. Pull it together in the center. Take my extra little piece. Wrap it around twice and then tie 2 little knots. Go ahead and trim off any excess little jute cord. Open the bow up a little bit. Very cute. Go ahead and cut another little piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and string right in the middle of the button here. This jute cord fits through nice and easy. I just pulled it through so it looks like it's stitched. And then I'm going to just tie a little knot in the back and cut off the excess. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right back there on that, back of the button. I'm going to glue that to the center of my little twine bow. You just need to hold it for a few minutes until it sets up. Okay, and then decide where you want the front of your jar. A little glass space there. Put another dollop of hot glue on the back of the bow. And go ahead and attach it. And there you go. Very cute. Okay, and that's how they all look inside the little crepe. I think that's absolutely adorable. I'm very happy with how it came out. Now this craft is great for every day. You can change out whatever florals you want to put in it to go with whatever season it is. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like with a few different setups of florals. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed today's craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content several times a week. Thank you so much again for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. I hope you and your family are all staying happy, healthy, and strong. You take care, and I will catch you next time.